given the opportunity, there are no limits to what our people, our fellow citizens, our brothers and sisters can do. Yet for years now, this tax code has been skewed to the well-connected, full of special interest carve-outs and loopholes. Meanwhile, the hardworking family in America has got to jump through all the hoops that the IRS can muster. Reform means we bring rates down at every level. We clear out these loopholes so that people can just keep more of what they earn in the first place, because it's their money in the first place. No special favors, just basic fairness. Reform means simplification too. Nearly 9 out of 10 Americans will still be able to do their taxes on the form the size of a postcard. That is amazing. And given the opportunity, there are no limits to what our workers and our entrepreneurs can do. Yet while the world has changed, while the world's become more competitive, closer, smaller, our tax code has not. Instead of leading, we've been falling behind, to the point where we now are the worst in the industrialized world at how we tax our businesses. We tax our businesses a whole lot more than our foreign competitors tax theirs. They win, we lose. That's not fair. It is basically open season for our competitors to come in and take our jobs overseas under the current tax code. Reform means we go from the back of the pack to the front of the pack. So instead of the slow growth that we've been slogging through for years, we want to get back to real sustained economic growth. We want to build an opportunity economy where there is more demand for higher paying jobs. That's the whole purpose of all of this. Make sure that people can grow up and reach their potential. Make sure that the jobs are there to give people the careers they want so they can reach their potential, so their families can reach their potential. That's why we're doing this. This is without question the single most important thing we can do to once again make America the best place to do business. You know, there's more just than that in this bill. With this bill, we're finally restoring the freedom to make your own health care choices.
Amen.
By repealing the individual mandate at the heart of Obamacare, we are giving back the freedom and the flexibility to buy the health care that's right for you and your family.
Yes.
And finally, we are doing something truly to put America in the lead. We're doing something historic to develop our own energy resources.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have been working here since I was in the 2nd grade on this project. After decades and decades in this chamber, we're opening up a small, non-wilderness area of the Alaska National Wildlife Refuge for responsible development. It is the most ambitious step we have taken in years to secure our own energy future.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those times to just take a step back. Let's just take a minute, collect ourselves, and step away from the noise. We talk a lot of these jobs about turning points. There is no doubt that we are at one of those turning points right now. And this one will determine the kind of country we're going to have this century. But too often, we have seen before how doubt creeps in, how the tyranny of short-term thinking takes over, and history fails to turn. There is, after all, a reason that this has not been done in 31 years. Mm-hmm. This really is a generational defining moment. And let's let this generational defining moment be defined by optimism, not by fear.
Yeah.
By the rising aspirations of our people and not the doom and gloom of managed decline that we have become too familiar with. This is our chance. This is our moment. Let's turn at this turning point. Let's reclaim the principles that have guided us for generations. Mm-hmm. Let's recapture our destiny for generations to come, so this beautiful story of the American idea is repeated and repeated and passed on to the next generation.
Mm-hmm.
A nation more united, more confident, more prosperous, and, Mr. Speaker, more free.
Oh.
Pass this bill. I yield.
Good man. Amen.
All right, the House Speaker there. Putting things into motion now, and you heard the cheering inside the House as he wrapped up his remarks. We've been watching this, what they call a debate session, where both Democrats and Republicans get to take the floor for 3 minutes and make statements.
All right, so basically, basically Congress House, the House is going to vote for the tax bill, and we know it's going to be passing. So, there's going to be a lot of people, mainly 100% of Democrats disagree with it, and they're a bunch of knuckleheads anyway. So, that was your special report for today. I'll be back in a couple hours and see what happens. This is Z. Peace out. This is, you know what? I'm out.